Hi there, welcome to my channel Chess Access. So today I played an over the board game. It was the second but last game of this spring summer competition. This was round 14. Next week is Liberation Day, May 5th. So the next week is the last round, and it was quite exciting because I started playing chess March 2024 from scratch. I knew what a king was and a queen was, but that was about it. I kind of knew how a knight moved, but that was the end of it. So and I started playing with my dad, and then I started playing on chess.com, and then I started playing with my local chess club. And I live in a small town. No, I live in a large town, a small city. So obviously the competition isn't like world championship stuff, but for me as a starter, it's quite nice. I think the highest rated person, which is like the winner of last year, and he's currently number one at the moment. He's around 1900, 2000 official rating. That'd be ELO-ish. It's a Dutch rating, but it's quite close to the ELO rating. So it's not like a chess.com rating, but like an official rating. I'm not sure what the lowest is, but there's a lot of people in this competition which are around 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1800. And so last year I started in the B category in September 2024, and I managed to get to the second out of the B category. So I promoted to the A category, which I started in January this year, and I had a rough start, but I managed to get back to number 12 of the complete competition, A and B, out of 36 players. And it's like a goal I have is to stay in the A competition, and in order to do so, in order to stay in the A competition, I needed to get at least out of the last two games a draw. I think that's 40-50 points in this, the way this competition works. Then I'm safe. How do you say this? And that be like not depending on other people how they play. Just like if I get a draw, I'll be an A player next year in September, regardless of what the other people in the A category do. So that was my starting point, and so I was quite excited. I was going to play another A player, but something happened in the matching, and I got matched with a B player. But like on paper I'd be able to beat him, but last year I lost against him when I started. But he can be tricky. He managed to get some wins against some good players, but then again also he lost against some good players, and I wasn't quite sure. But with the back of my mind, like a draw is good enough. That's how I got into this game. So let's see what happened. So I was playing with black, and my opponent played with e4. I responded with e5, knights out, bishop out, and this is a familiar trick. And if you're not quite sure what you're doing, you can get into trouble. If he takes, thinking he can grab this pawn for free, it's not quite the case, because you can take and then bring your bishop out, your queen out, which is exactly what happened. So now I'm actually forking the knight and a checkmate. I think the only good way is to bring back your knight, and he thought a long time, maybe 20, I don't know, whatever, 15-20 minutes I think, and he made the right move, and this basically just gets back to equal again. So I'm gonna win back the pawn, and I think the best move is to bring your queen in here and exchange queens. Yes, you can't castle anymore, but it doesn't really matter if the queens are off the board. But he stepped away. Yeah, so Stockfish actually does recommend. Block it with the queen. Exchange queens. No worries if you can't castle anymore when the queens are off the board. That's not an issue, or not as much as an issue. But I'm slightly up, but not much. And obviously my bishop was on the fire. I did consider going here, but I thought like I'm gonna get teased around and whatnot. But I maybe I should have done this, because obviously this is like no, it's not a free pawn. Anyway, so I didn't do it. But he was quite frustrated because obviously now he's all bottled up. There's nothing really he can do. He can't get this rook into the game, and he's very underdeveloped. But he's putting a tempo on my queen. I did consider going here, but I thought like, well, why am I going here? I mean, this pawn is still defended by the knight. And now he brought in his queen, and I didn't want to trade, obviously, because I thought I was up. I thought I was better, which I am. I'm 1.5 points up. Not material-wise is equal, but I'm slightly better with development and stuff. So I just thought like, nope, bring out my bishop and so develop some pieces and say no to the trade, and then I castle. Okay, so you wanted me to castle the other way. I did consider it, but I wasn't quite sure. Oh, in hindsight, yeah, that would have made some sense, because obviously you want to attack on the side where the king is, and if you castle this way you can't really, because then you're exposing your king. So it would have, yeah, in hindsight been better to castle this way, so I can throw in all my pawns for the attack, because obviously the king is quite vulnerable here. Yeah, that's so hopefully when you're watching this, that's like a nice thing to remember also. Just throw this one in if you like this. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. So yeah, like when a king is stuck in the middle, I think maybe, I'm not sure if it's in all cases, but I think probably the better thing to do is to castle in the other direction, so I could use this pawns to attack, because obviously now I can't attack because then I'm exposing my king. This is fine. I wasn't worried about trading of pieces, even though I know it was in his interest, because obviously he's bottled up. He wants to create some space and simplify the position. But I was having other plans. I was looking at how can I attack the queen with some tactic. Okay, so that way was better. I thought it was better because, I don't know, it just felt better, because otherwise you have some weird cube pawn structures. I wasn't quite sure if that was good, but Stockfish says it's okay. So I'm moving my queen out. Obviously I need to defend this knight. Well, I don't need to, I can also move it away, but I didn't want to move it away because it's also a good defender. Yeah, thinking back about all these things, it doesn't really do anything anymore, because normally this knight is here to defend this square, but there's no light square bishop. Yeah. Yeah, and if a knight comes in together with the queen, you can just push the pawn. Or this pawn. Yeah, so maybe in hindsight I could have just walked away with my rook. Knight. But I was having some kind of ideas, and when I do have an idea, this is something I need to learn. I need to stop having a tunnel vision, because I was really thinking about how can I attack the queen and maybe like grab this pawn and grab that pawn and grab the knight, because if I move away I'm I'm threatening the queen. But I mean, you obviously just can step away. I mean, it's just like hope chess, hoping that he stays there. So I really need to drop all those notions of like being too stuck on one idea, like have a tunnel vision. Someone told me he watched some subscriber watched one of my games and he commented that I was in a tunnel vision. It is something I need to learn, to keep an eye of the whole picture rather than have an idea and be in a tunnel vision. So thanks again to Alex. Yeah, something I need to be aware of. Yeah, not really a good move. He brought his knight back. It's obviously quite passive, but it is defending this square. And I was actually trying to find my way around this square, which now I can't really anymore. So in a way it's good. And now I thought like, yeah, I can kick a knight. It's just like I have these ideas and I'm just too focused on like doing it and not thinking like he can just push the pawn, which he does. Because I thought like he might not notice it and I can grab this pawn and he can't retake it, because if he retakes it I go with a check and win the queen. So I have a tactic in my mind and I really want to force this tactic and I just get tunnel visioned. I guess at this level, because this guy I played against, he has a official over the board rating of I think 1350 or something. So, which is pretty nice, pretty good. I mean, I'm roughly say 1100 chess.com, and 1350 over the board is around about 1600, 1700 chess.com ish. So he's a pretty good player, but not the best, to be fair, but good enough for my for my liking. Anyway, so he obviously just now pushed the pawn, so I have to retreat again. So that was a waste of a time, waste of a move. Yes, and here I think I start to fumble. Not completely just yet, but I obviously saw that potentially you always have to think about like, why is my opponent making a move, and I thought like this bishop is looking at my knight. So and it's only defended, well, it's defended twice, but obviously I don't want to open up my house and have double pawns. So I knew he could either bring his queen here. Well, that wouldn't actually work because obviously he can't take first. So he could bring his queen here, which he actually does. And then I have two attackers and I don't want to end up with double pawns. So so I brought my knight here, queen here, queen here, and then thinking bring my rook here. So he brings his queen out, I bring my rook out, and this is a mistake. And if you don't see it, pause the video and see why. If you do see it, well, I cannot really say congratulations, but it's just like a blunder from my perspective, because I'm taking away all the squares from my bishop, and he can trap my bishop, which he did, and so that bishop is a goner. There's nothing really I can do about it. I thought like, let's see if I can get any hope by kicking away the queen, and he brings to a square where I can actually save the bishop, but I didn't see it. So once again, and I think maybe this is why this game might be instructive. It's instructive for me, but maybe it's instructive for you, because there's a way I can actually save my bishop, and I didn't see it. So I didn't save my bishop. I sacrificed my bishop on g2. I took this pawn, but I can actually save my bishop. And so if you want to find out for yourself, if you don't see it, pause the video. So if you've paused the video and you've seen it, good stuff. If you haven't seen it, the best move here is bring the bishop out here. And you might think, look, hang on, it's still attacked. but he can't take it because if he does, he's losing his queen. So this pawn is actually pinned to the queen, and this would give me the time. He can maybe move his queen away, but then I can move my bishop away, and I would have saved the bishop, and I'd be up 2 points. So I didn't see this tactic. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so be it. I mean, I'm still learning, and so I sacrificed my bishop, and so now I'm down a piece. But I think I am down 2.5 points, but I think I am slightly more active than my opponent, even though I'm down in material. So I'll bring out my next rook. Hope chess again, hope it to go here. So the queen needs to move, and then maybe bring my queen in and cause some trouble. But obviously you can just trade off pieces. There's nothing really I can do. I can let him trade into me, or I can just leave it. Okay, so the best option for the computer from the computer is actually going here, attacking the rook, but also defending the square. Yeah, but I think this is good. When you're up, you want to trade pieces. So I thought let's trade off. He obviously can't take with his queen because then his queen is a goner, so he needs to bring back his rook. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing really I can do, obviously, because I was thinking maybe I couldn't go here, I can't go here, I can't go here, so I maybe need to go here and then here and see if I can do anything. So yeah, it was quite hopeless, to be honest. But I thought bring my rook in, which the computer doesn't like at all actually. I'm going down from 2.5 points to 3 points down. And now, which is just the thing you do when you're up. You want to trade pieces. So now I had some idea, but there wasn't really a follow-up. I was thinking about. It's not my turn. I was thinking about going here with my knight, which the computer doesn't like, and then he can't take me because this is just losing a queen. But I couldn't see a follow-up. I mean, what to do now? I mean, I can't go here with my queen for a checkmate because it's defended, and I can't go here. I could go maybe here, and then here, and then here. It's just taking too long. So I didn't see a good follow-up, so I didn't go there. So I brought my rook out here. He wisely traded off material because he's up, and this is where he actually offered me a draw. And yeah, think if you would offer, would you accept a draw? Taking everything in consideration, I need a draw to stay in the A category. Yes, this guy was like, maybe I was ranked 12, he was ranked 20 something, in the 20th, 20, 21, 23, 24 or something. So on paper I should win, but what would you do? Do you see any chances, any counterplay? I honestly, I couldn't. I just didn't. And he offered me a draw, and I said like, well, I was thinking. He said like, oh, well, what do you want? So I said like, well, from what I've heard, and it's like we're not like really official stuff, but well, actually he didn't offer a draw. He made this move first, and then I moved here, and then he offered a draw. And I said like, well, I think officially you need to make a move first, and then you offer a draw. So I was kind of wondering where he would move his queen, and that would kind of signify whether I would go for a draw or not, because let's say if he moved it, I don't know, not sure if it matters, because I was obviously just maybe looking at this square. So if you would move here, maybe then I would have tried to go here and eventually go here and go in for a check, but obviously he can just move his... Yeah, so it was... I wasn't quite sure why he offered me a draw, but he said he was quite insecure about his game, and he thought I was more advanced in finding ways. Yeah, so he said he was quite happy with the draw against someone who's higher ranked, and obviously I did want to go for a win, but also in a competition, this might sound a bit weird, maybe it doesn't, but like last year I started in the B category and I played really well and I got to number 8 out of 36, and then I was like playing with, for me, the big boys and the big girls. So I had 2 really strong players in a row and I dropped down from 8 to 13 and nearly missed getting into the A category. It was quite on the edge. So I thought like, well, if I'm still able to win, I might get in onto like in the top 10 again, and then I have to play a really strong player again. That went through my mind, and I heard around me that some of my A-level opponents were having draws, and an A-level who was above me, he played a really strong player, the number 2, and he lost. So I kind of calculated in my mind like, okay, well, a draw is actually probably the best thing that could happen to me at this point, being down one piece. So I agreed with this draw, and yeah, so it's a draw, and now I'm so I'll stay in the A category. I climbed 1 spot. I'm now ranked number 11 out of 36, and yeah, see what happens next week. Maybe like last year I ended up number 13, so it'd be great if I can just improve it, even if it is just one rank. Let's see. But now the chance of meeting someone like a top 10 player is a little bit smaller than it would have been if I would have won this game. I hope that makes sense. Just curious, I played with 72% accuracy, not great. My opponent 75, not great either. Yeah, so my opening was good, was 100% my opening. I think it's because I got into a really good position. My opponent was really crammed down, and then I fumbled in the middle game. So 67% accuracy, because obviously I blundered my bishop and couldn't get back from it. My opponent started with a 87% accuracy, but he got back into the game because of my bishop blunder. So there you have it. Altogether, I'm quite happy, and I hope you like this game. And yeah, not playing another game today online, but probably tomorrow. And so hope you enjoyed it once again, and leave a comment if you wish, a like, share it with someone who you think might be interested or who might benefit from what I've shown you, and see you next time. Bye bye.